Hi friends, today on 16th June 2021, the value of something is 29 lakh Indian rupee. 12 years back, it was nearly zero. Can you believe it? Yes, we are talking about Bitcoin. Many people around the globe consider Bitcoin as a currency of the future. I hope this is the best time to explain all about Bitcoin in a very simple and effective manner. Answering to 6 key questions, you will be able to understand the Bitcoin completely. Here is the first question. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency created in 2009 by a person named Satoshi Nakamoto. Transactions are made with no middlemen, meaning no banks. No banks? Then how does it work? It seems to be interesting, right? Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency. Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Dogecoin are some of them. Now you may be thinking of what cryptocurrency is. We do all our transactions using normal currency. Then how does crypto work? It is a digital currency designed to work as a medium of exchange like normal currency, but it is done in a form of computerized database using strong cryptography to secure our transactions. So crypto means extreme security. Before heading to Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency or virtual currency or digital money, let us understand how does the physical currency work, the actual currency work. So here comes our second question. How does the physical currency work? What makes this rectangular piece of paper the most demanding? A currency is a money in any form, in use or circulation, as a medium of exchange, specifically circulating banknotes and coins. It is a system of money in common use. It is a physical money having physical shape and form, paper or metallic. Grains, metals, ivories, rare stones, fishes were used as currencies. In Africa and China, it was shells. In ancient Rome, it was salt, whale teeth in Fiji. The main drawbacks of these forms of currencies are less durability and less portability. The first metal coin were minted in China about 2500 years back. When time passed, countries started printing and minting currencies. Who actually controls this? In India, it is done by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. In US, it is Federal Reserve System. RBI is the sole authority that controls and monitors the printing, issuing, transactions and whatnot. Can we print more money? The answer is of course no. If more money is printed, demand of goods increases, but still we have the same amount of goods. Obviously, price increases. Result, of course, inflation. Now let us see how transaction happens. If I want to send money to my friend, how does I? I will send money from my account. Suppose my banker is SBI. I request will be sent to SBI. If it is authenticated, it goes to my friend's bank. If they validate the transaction, money reaches at my friend's account. We will experience a lot of ifs, do's and don'ts. Bank can either agree or deny our transactions. Bank may use our money irresponsibly. Many banks in India and the world have already affected badly with NPA, non-performing asset. We all remember November 2016 demonetization. 86% of Indian currency became unusable. What are the problems managing money by a single institution called bank? Of course, mismanagement. We have seen the cases of Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi. And there may be corruption and monopoly. And of course, there will be. Our banking transaction system is centralized. Here comes a completely decentralized form of money. That is Bitcoin, the digital money, the cryptocurrency. Here is our third question. How did Bitcoin evolve? The history of Bitcoin. On 31st October 2008, a person called himself Satoshi Nakamoto published a document online in the internet called white paper, suggesting a completely decentralized digital currency called Bitcoin. Our bank keeps all the transaction in a ledger and is non-transparent. A ledger is nothing but a book or a register in which account transactions are recorded. Only the bank has complete authority over it. You don't have. On the other hand, Bitcoin has a transparent ledger. At any point of time, you can get into the ledger and see all the transactions. The only thing you can't do is checking who owns the balances and who are doing the transactions, just because it is cryptic in character. Like our digital transactions, Bitcoin has no physical form. It is also a digital money. We can call it as Internet of Money. It is said that there is no person named Satoshi Nakamoto associated with Bitcoin project. Instead, it is an alias, another name given to programmers or programmer work behind the project. They appeared on internet just 2 times. The first ever Bitcoin transaction took place on 22nd May 2010. A guy named Laszlo Henniges bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. Just imagine how much money does it for today. More than 800 million US dollars. I hope you understand the difference between the normal currency and Bitcoin. Now, of course, you will be eager to know how does it work. I mean, inside the machine or the computer. So, here comes our 4th question. How does Bitcoin work? The process of earning Bitcoin is called Bitcoin mining, just like gold mining. These are puzzles programmed in the source code of Bitcoin. Every 10 minutes or so, new puzzle is released. Miners all over the world are trying to solve the puzzle to earn Bitcoins with the help of high-powered supercomputers called GPUs, graphics processing units. Unlike CPUs, it offers the highest level of programming and processing power. You can relate it to even supercomputers. After solving the puzzle, miners will be rewarded with Bitcoins. Now let us see some interesting facts regarding Bitcoins. Only 21 million Bitcoins were created. 17 million Bitcoins are now in market. That means 4 million are not yet mined. They are in reserve. Bitcoin mining consumes 0.5% of total global electricity. GPU works 24/7. Unlike keeping a single ledger, all the participants in the Bitcoin transaction keep ledgers. When I participate in Bitcoin transaction, my ledger will be updated with where the Bitcoin comes from. At the same time, others who participated in the transaction, their ledgers will also be updated. So it is a decentralized system of managing money. A completely decentralized system of managing money. All the participants form a block of transaction and is called blockchain. Hope you understood what is Bitcoin and how does it work. Next, you will be thinking of how can I get it, right? That is our 5th question. How to get Bitcoin? We have 3 primary sources to obtain Bitcoins. The first one, buying on an exchange. Example, Bitcoin trading. Use your money, maybe Indian rupee, to buy Bitcoins. Second, accepting for goods and services. For example, you have done a work for someone. He will pay you. Instead of getting normal currency, you may get Bitcoin. But in India, it is not a legal tender. It means you cannot demand for Bitcoin. The third option, of course, the most complex option. It is Bitcoin mining using high performance computers with the most highest level of programming skills you can get it. Our final question, future of Bitcoins. When it was introduced a decade back, it was a completely new concept, a completely new idea. Years passed. Now the Bitcoin market currently worth 1.56 trillion US dollars. Many companies have already started accepting Bitcoin. Recently, Elon Musk's remarks fluctuated the market positively and negatively. In India, central government and RBI, the controllers of overall economy, more than worried about the impact of Bitcoin on broader economy. It's all up to policymakers. Better wait and see. Don't burn your midnight oil. I hope you enjoy the video. I have tried to include all the essential points to understand the Bitcoin, the concept well. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment box. Thank you for watching. Stay happy, stay knowledge.